Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. We're going to get started in just a few moments. We're going to hold until we get a few more people live online. In the interim, go ahead and find a comfortable seated position, whether that's on the floor or in a chair, and we will get started here in just a moment. It looks like we have a few people jumping on, so as we're waiting for a few more to get on, I hope that your week is off to a great start. I know I'm feeling really energized and excited about all of the different activities coming up this week to celebrate Every Kid Healthy Week. So I hope that your week is off to a great start and you're equally as excited. It looks like we have a good amount of people on, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So if you can find a seated position on the floor that feels the most comfortable to you. This could be in crisscross applesauce. This could be in butterfly, which is where you take the bottoms of your feet and you stick them together. Or if that's not comfortable, you can go ahead and sit in a chair. Wherever you're sitting, take a moment to check in with your body and just notice, are you hunched over and kind of feeling a little slouched? If so, imagine that there's a string attached to your chest and it's pulling your chest up. And as you lift up, imagine the crown of your head going all the way up to the sky. So really lengthening the spine and lifting your torso up. I like to imagine that I'm a tree. Think about when the sun starts to shine in the morning. All the leaves start to turn towards the sun. So imagine that you are a tree just waking up for the first time this morning and reaching the crown of your head all the way up. As you're lifting, press your shoulders down and allow your arms to come down in a comfortable position. Now, if this feels like you're straining and you feel like you're really struggling to hold yourself up, go ahead and grab a blanket or a towel. You could also use a pillow if you have one on hand, and roll it up or fold it so that there's a little bit of height, and go ahead and place that under your seat. You'll scoot forward a little bit so that the sitting bones are the only thing touching the floor. And what this does is it lifts your seat a little bit so that it can support the natural curve of your spine. And this helps us to sit up a little bit more straight in a natural way, and we don't necessarily feel like we're straining to hold that position. So now that we're all in a comfortable spot, I want to take a moment to introduce myself. So my name is Ashley Green. I am a program manager at Action for Healthy Kids and currently a yoga teacher in training. I am coming to you live from my home in Phoenix, Arizona for our first ever Facebook Live to celebrate Mindful Monday and kick off Every Kid Healthy Week at home. Throughout this live video, if you have any questions or any thoughts or comments that you want to share, go ahead and comment down at the bottom. I have a couple of colleagues that will be in and out answering some of those questions, and if it's specific to any of the exercises that we do today, I'll be popping in afterwards and I can answer those at the end. For Mindful Monday, I am going to be walking you through a couple of super easy and quick mindful breathing exercises. Exercises that are actually a couple that I used to use in my classroom as a former dance teacher and as a former preschool teacher. So these are super easy, bite-sized mindfulness exercises that when practiced alone, together, or paired with another activity that you enjoy, you start to develop a routine. Whether that's to start your mornings off with intention and really feeling grounded for the day ahead, as a support for you during the day to check in and just reset and refocus, or a support for you at the end of the day when you want to unwind and start to relax as we get ready for bed. So hopefully you'll take some of these exercises and integrate them into your day-to-day. And so let's go ahead and get started. So we're all in our seated position. Again, just check in and make sure that you're feeling comfortable. If you're not feeling comfortable, adjust, do what makes the most sense for you and feels the most natural. You want to be comfortable when you're doing these exercises so that you can really be present with the moment and not be fidgeting around to get comfortable. So the first activity that we're going to do is called alternate nostril breathing. This is one of my favorite activities to do when I'm feeling just a little bit jittery, when I'm excited, when I'm nervous, or even just in the morning to really get some deep breathing going and getting my body ready for the day. So to do this, what I'm going to ask is that you all put your hands up in front of you and show all 5 fingers. And then you're going to bring your 2 middle fingers down so that just your pinky, your index finger, and your thumb are sticking up. Many of you may know this as the universal sign for I love you. So as you wave this in the air, you can wave it to somebody that you might be practicing with. You can wave it imaginary to a family member or a loved one who you just want to say I love you to. And then go ahead and take that index finger and bend it down. So now you just have your pinky and your thumb. This is the universal sign for cool or hang 10. But we're going to turn it into a crab pincher. So now that you have your thumb and your pinky, you're going to kind of move those fingers together as if you were making a pincher. Now they don't have to touch, they don't have to go far, you just want to have that motion started. So what we're going to do is we're going to place our thumb on the outside of our left nostril and our pinky finger on the outside of our right nostril. Now when we breathe, we're going to breathe together, inhaling to the count of 3 and exhaling to the count of 3. Now each time we inhale, we're going to cover up or block our left nostril and only breathe in through our right nostril. Then when we breathe out, we're going to switch and we're going to exhale out of our left nostril. So each time you inhale and exhale, you're alternating which nostril you're breathing in and out of. So we're going to go ahead and do this together 3 times. So again, get those pinchers ready and place them on the outside of your left nostril and go ahead and breathe in to the count of 1, 2, 3 and switch. Exhale, 3, 2, 1 and switch. Inhale, 1, 2, 3 and switch. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. And one last time, switch. Inhale, 1, 2, 3 and switch. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Good. So this is a super quick, easy, you just need your fingers to do this exercise. You can do it, like I said, in the morning to get some deep breathing going. You can do it when you're feeling anxious or stressed because it really allows you to focus in and connect the breathing with the mind and the body as you're really being intentional about which side you're breathing in and out of. The next exercise we're going to do is called sounding breath. And this one's one of my favorites because I'm a visual person. I love to imagine and think of things that bring me joy. And so when we do this exercise, I want you to be really intentional about the sound, about listening to the sound of your breath. So I am going to invite you to cover up your ears. And while you're covering up your ears, you're going to inhale to the count of 3 and exhale to the count of 3. And I'll do this with you in just a moment. But while we're doing that, I want you to think about what that sounds like. For me, I think that my breath sometimes sounds like the wind blowing through the trees. Maybe for you, it's the ocean. It could be a summer rainstorm. I know those can be super magical. But really think about what that sounds like to you and try to visualize that as you're doing this exercise. So we'll go ahead and do it together 3 times. So go ahead and cover up your ears. And while we're doing this, you want to make sure that you're not bringing your shoulders all the way up to your ears because then we're getting all scrunchy and this doesn't allow us to breathe as deeply as we need to. So as you put your hands to your ears, make sure that you're still pressing your shoulders down so that you're not scrunching up. Once you're here, we're going to breathe in together. And while we're here, I do invite you to close your eyes if you feel comfortable. If not, you can focus on me. You can focus on the plants above my head. You can focus on whatever is most comfortable for you. So let's go ahead and do this together. Again, visualizing the sound of your breath. And let's inhale, 1, 2, 3. And exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. And exhale, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Good. I would love to hear what sounds you heard in your breath and what you visualized. So if you can, comment on the bottom whether you visualized an ocean wave, or maybe it was a summer rainstorm, whatever it might have been. I'd love to hear from you. So drop it in the comments, and we will share in those a little bit later. So just to recap, we've done the alternate nostril breathing, which is really good to get that deep breath. The sounding breath is really helpful in relieving, in signaling the relaxation response in our body, because it's a little bit louder and it isolates our senses so that we're really listening to that breath. And again, drawing the connection back to the body, letting go of thoughts, letting go of feelings, and really being present with how we're feeling. So the last exercise I'm going to do with you is my favorite, and it's my favorite to do for so many reasons, but I think most because I love big hugs. So this is one that you can do on your own when you're feeling that you just need a hug, or maybe you just want to get all cozy before bed. So what I'm going to invite you to do is lift your arms out to the sides. Again, paying attention to your shoulders. If they come up, you want to push them back down and allow your arms out to the side. Now I know you can't see my fingers, but wiggle those fingers around and imagine that your arms are elastic and you can reach all the way to either side of the room. If you want to get some movement in your torso, you can kind of move back and forth and get some movement going, and help you really stretch those arms, but then again, coming back to center and stretching them out as far as you can. Now here, we're going to wrap our arms in and give ourselves a great big hug. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you, or you can't get to this point and you're only here, then you can go ahead and wrap your arms around your belly and squeeze either in your belly or squeeze around your shoulders and give yourself a nice big hug. Now, when we do this exercise, as we breathe in, we're going to sit up really, really, really tall, and as we breathe out, we're going to round the spine and come into a really cozy ball, almost as a bear would when they're hibernating. So once you have that hug, we're going to do this a couple of times together. So go ahead and get situated, and then let's take a deep breath in and straighten all the way up. Remember, reaching the crown of your head up to the sky. And as you exhale, round the spine and come together into a cozy ball. Again, inhale and stretch the spine all the way up, lifting to the crown of the head. And exhale, rounding the spine and coming down into a ball. Last time, lift as you inhale, stretch as far as you can, and exhale, coming down into our ball. Good. So these are 3 exercises that you can do at any time, anywhere. You can do them at school when you're feeling a little anxious. You can do them at home even when you're feeling bored. These are fun things to do too while you're watching TV or playing a game with friends. You can all do them together. So I encourage you to integrate some of these into your day-to-day. And I also would encourage you to check out our Game On Activity Library, where we have all sorts of activities on mindfulness and yoga, and then we link out a lot of resources from Action for Healthy Kids as well as our field partners, so that you can be supported in implementing these activities, whether it's at home, in your own routine, or in your classroom. I encourage you also to tune in tomorrow at 2 p.m. Tomorrow, our other fellow program manager and registered dietitian, Grace Perry, will be doing something super fun for Tasty Tuesday. So come hungry, get ready to get put those cooking skills to test. And tune in all this week for fun activities around staying healthy at home and celebrating Every Kid Healthy Week. Thank you all again for joining in today. If you have questions or thoughts, leave comments below. And this video will be accessible on our webpage after the live video, so we look forward to talking with you soon. Thank you all so much, and we will talk with you soon. Bye everyone, take care.